calm down, cause he just wanna learn something, so I teach him something. I am the one that teach. Call me 10 wins and 20.
So, title of the stream is Russians hacking of Martin Liedtke's channel and FE targeted. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I think I was baited. There's more to this than meets the eye. It really stinks. This has been well thought out, you know, because I suppose 4 days off the convention, I can say to myself, well, this is just a massive coincidence when there's 365 days in a year, that it should happen 4 days off the convention. But we'll just give them the benefit of the doubt, and it's nothing to do with that, okay? So I've had a couple of, I always get, dodgy comments, threatening sort of comments, but one in particular 2 days ago, somebody with a load of add-ons, personal attacks, but he said, I'm sick of your channel, you've been spamming. No, I don't even know what that even means. I know the definition of spamming, but spamming your own channel? Well, it's not the same subject from one video to the next, if that's what he's suggesting. But it's stuck in my mind. Now, that was the date. The very next day, I get a YouTube email stating somebody's made a complaint saying you've been spamming your channel. Please could you give us your passwords and your URL so we can check into your YouTube channel to see if it's any efficacia or we'll close you down. So no warning, no nothing. I thought, well, with that comment, you know, it's a given that it's YouTube. I didn't even think that it wasn't. So I gave him the details. And then yesterday, about 6 o'clock, my channel had disappeared. I had 0 subs. So I thought, oh my God, they taken my channel, they killed me. Just no warning, nothing. And then I put in Flat Earth British into the scroll bar. It comes up. My channel is there, but it's been altered. So what the situation is at the moment, it seems, okay, is that I've had my channel, I had 2 emails, okay, as well, following an hour later, I should have said. One said, you are now the owner of Martin Liedtke, right? And the second email said, you are no longer the owner of Martin Liedtke. So I think it might have been a mistake by Russians in their language, or if it's a bot, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm no longer the owner. So not only have I lost access to all my accounts, I've had to change all the passwords, go through everything all over again. I've had to go to my bank because I got details of my bank on there as well. I've had to alter everything in my life all day today. Because this person has basically hijacked, kidnapped my channel, and he's not deleted it, so it's sat there. But what he's letting me know is that he can alter, because he's closed my comment stream, and he's changed my channel ad, that he's letting me know, right, that they can just delete me at a whim, if they so choose. So I navigated the maze that is Google to try and get a message to YouTube. I got a message to YouTube, sent them an image of these emails from these dodgy people, and they said that they would look into it. If I'm praying that was YouTube, can't even tell anymore. Could be talking to them, all I know. And then it would be 48 working hours, so that could be 4 days or so, or what have you, or less, I hope. So yeah, that's under investigation apparently, and we scanned that earlier, and apparently it shows up in Russia, in Moscow. Now, this is not the first time I've been hacked from Russia. Now, I can understand why the Russians might be a little bit peeved with the information that comes out, especially when, you know, their country was once totalitarian. You can see on my shirts, but might have a few issues with all of that. Maybe, or maybe not. But about a year ago, somebody had hacked my channel, and there was 2 channels out there. One of them had 46,000 subscribers, or thereabouts. It was my channel with my name. All of the channel thumbnails would remain the same, but all of the titles had been altered. So somebody had basically kidnapped my channel, was using my content and putting it up in Russia. It was all in Russian. It was Martin Liedtke, it was me, it was all my stuff. So whether or not that's actually still out there, I don't know. It didn't affect my channel at the time. You know, things still went up, but it just, I looked at it for a week later, Martin Liedtke, and they never come up, so I suppose they might have pulled it. But this is the second time now. So I want my channel back. I really want my channel back. I got off from my community, Ranty. I got people are pulling their hair out. They don't even know what's happened. It's just shock. It's really, really not good.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, we found out. I think it was about 7 hours ago. And I've been getting the same emails. That's the thing. I've literally been getting the same emails. I've had, I think, in total 3, and it's from this. Let's have a look. See if I can bring it up.
Door play?
Sorry.
Door play? Is it that?
What? Sorry.
That's what it was heading on the email. It always says Norplay, Norplay. Norplay. So I don't know if that's it. But how did you identify it as being like dodgy? Did you have a warning with it or potential,
Well,
ban
no.
or anything?
I just looked immediately at the the return email address. So the return email address was for something called mail.ru. So it basically says a similar thing to what you've just said, or an identical thing actually. Let's see if I can just pull this across a little bit so you can actually see.
Yeah.
So where are we? So there we go. So it says, oh, bloody hell. Right, there we go. Hello Ranty Flat Earth, there are many spam videos on your YouTube channel, but you don't have to worry, we'll review your channel by our YouTube team and we'll let you know by email. In the meantime, we recommend you do not upload new videos, fill in the following information and reply to this email. Otherwise your channel is not reviewed by YouTube team, your channel will be closed. Thank you for your patience in this process. Now, to me, that's a very well-written English language. Normally when you get a spam email from Russia, you look at this stuff and it's like it doesn't even speak well in English. So whoever's written this,
you can't read it out on the translation. I agree completely. It's identical. It's the same message, Ranty. Identical, and the questionnaire as well. It's identical. But yeah, I fell for it, But like I said, they put the date there in the beginning, so so they knew I would make the association between that really dodgy comment, and in complaining, and then them saying it was YouTube. So it was the same person. But somebody sent me an email this morning, one of my subs, saying this is really dodgy. Take a look at this comment, Matt. And it was someone in my comments and said, all it says is, Martin, we have you. So I clicked that channel, and it was some plumber who was into watching cats rolling the grass. So I can imagine, all right, he's good with his hands, but I don't know if he could manage that level of hacking. So I scroll through my community page from an outside standpoint, I had to bring it up, and I seen another threatening message, more or less saying the same, we got you. And I clicked that, and that was a lady that looked like she might be something a little bit more sinister and had a bit more, demonic content, so to speak. Somebody that would really dislike me. So there's a few contenders, but then it's all gone back to Russia, hasn't it? But like I said, Ranty, I was juggling with the idea because it's, I don't believe in coincidences, Ranty. Look, last year, 4 days off the convention, the government conveniently killed my missus, right? When I'm trying to go to the convention, listen to this, I get a train to go to Birmingham. The train pulls up in Gloucester, everybody off the train. I was freezing, right? It's raining. Why? And because we're doing repairs on the track. No, you would have told us that at the station in Cardiff. They usually announce this stuff so you can make arrangements. So it was everybody off the train, onto coaches outside. They put me on a coach going the other direction with a coach full of football hooligans, no less, right? Which done my head in because I had to complain to the driver and he took their side over me. And he got kicked off. And then there was a series of coaches all the way to Birmingham. It was like horrendous on so many levels. It was like red light, red light, red light, red light the whole time. Like they didn't want me to get there. But I got there and I did it. But I'm having a similar thing this year, with a hack. And there's been little few niggling things that have been coming at me. So it seems to be choreographed. They notice they got to do it very surreptitiously and covertly because they know I notice a lot. You see, they're falling for giving my passwords away.
Yeah, that was basic error. That.
But like I said, Ranty, they take me, so I fell for it. But that was their bit of cleverness. That was for me to fall for that.
The reason I've titled it FE Targeted is because obviously your channel is no longer in your possession at this moment in time. You can't do anything with it. But I've received the same emails. I know Quantum Eraser has also received the same email. So now that's 3 flat earthers that all know each other. Now that can't be some kind of coincidence, and there may be other people that are getting it too. I mean, I don't know about Nathan because he has like a gazillion emails that he doesn't read.
I don't think so. I spoke to him earlier, but I looked online, you know, just to investigate this sort of thing, and it seems like there's a lot of flat Earth, not flat Earth, but a lot of YouTube channels that have had their channels hijacked in a similar manner. So it does happen. But yeah, I need to find out if this is widespread across the community, because this could be some sort of like, you know, sneaky purge. This could, yeah, surreptitious purge. But I've never heard of my channel not actually being taken out as such just yet, just lingering there, and I can't go near it. It's like the biggest wind up you can imagine, and they must know that as well. Well, let's leave it dangling there, and he'll know all the time, day and night, when he's trying to go to sleep, that we can just lose him everything. Because that's 5 years worth there, right? You know, it's 3.5 million views, 1,100 coming out to videos, and you know, all my subscribers just gone. That's some crazy, for no reason, no good reason.
Well, what I'm doing now is I'm just moving across your channel so that people can see on screen. Let me have a look, see how that looks on OBS. Hang on, let me adjust a couple of things here.
They should get rid of passwords anyway. It's a bloody nightmare. You should find something better.
So, right, so let's.
It's not mine. They put that on there.
So they put this. I don't know what it is. It's like a picture of a city, I would think.
Try to identify the place. You know, studying in boats and trying to can't spot it. The way it is.
If we look on the videos, it seems all the videos are there too.
Views are still going up, Ranty. This is the weird thing, right? This person has left all my links in. So he's left my Patreon in, PayPal, he's left my link to sell my book, he's left all the links to all of what I put in. Basically, he's left everything in situ, I'm saying he, which is really weird, don't you think? So my channel is basically ticking over, okay? My views are still going up, my analytics, if I could bloody look at them, they would be going up. I'd be checking on it. You know, there's thousands a day watching. So what's going on exactly? It's just really, really creepy and weird is what it is.
What's interesting is you put a community post up 2 days ago basically saying that you'd received this email, and you were kind of panicking inside this community thing. I actually left a message obviously telling people that, you know, it's a spam, but that was after you told me you'd had your channel hacked. But I think I mentioned this yesterday on Nathan's show, or maybe even last night on mine. Can't remember now where I mentioned it, but or even the day before that I had this email. So I was aware of it, but it seems like you, like you say, you fell for this.
Yeah, like I said, they've done bait. Yeah, I'm kicking myself. You know, I know you're not supposed to give your password away, but when it's, you know, when you think YouTube are about to, like, I'm thinking, oh, the convention, they're going to kick my ass now, and I'm going to, what's this bogus claim, this guy in the chat? You know, I made the connections, and I gave him the bloody password. I had no reason to think it wasn't YouTube, see? Yeah. I suppose they could easily just get into your accounts without all of that, in hindsight.
Yeah, it's kind of brutal, because essentially, what, this is your business, you know? It's how you earn a side living, you know?
Yeah, man, it is. I don't get anything off the state, just pays my rent. I work voluntarily. I've been working today as beekeeper, so I don't get paid for that, but it just keeps my rent ticking over. So yeah, the little bit, I only stick one advert into my videos for a little bit of ad revenue. You know what, and that's like carries me, so I can go to places with flat earth and that. But what happens to all that? Is it just still going my way? Is it going his way? I'm no longer the owner of Martin Liedtke, my name, apparently. I don't even think that's legal, is it, Ranty?
Well, we are joined by Martin Liedtke. Are you there, Martin?
Yeah, man, I'm here. Hi, Randy.
How do? This is like a last throw of the dice, really, isn't it? I mean, we thought that you would have had some better response from YouTube than what you've had at the minute. Yeah. You know, is there any feedback at all from are they going to do anything at this moment in time?
Well, I'm not sure what they can do. It's not making any sense anyway. The channel changed names twice leading up to the convention, from some Lily name, who was another woman, Bennett. You could track her through Google, you know, on Facebook or what have you. And then it changed into this anomalous Chinese name, Kwang whatever, and a load of naff pictures, and then about the day before the convention, then No, the morning of the convention, I had an email saying you better look at your channel. It's gone. I go on my channel. It's full of cartoons and just children's stuff. Ridiculous. Then, when I'm at the convention, this is like hours before I arrived to present at the convention, and then maybe an hour before I'm due to go on stage, everyone's coming up to me with their mobile phones saying, Martin, we're just getting bombarded with these notifications with these crazy Chinese cartoons and can't keep up with them. Really going to need to unsub. No offense, but this can't carry on. Literally, a dozen of these crappy cartoons bombarding people's notifications, which is really weird because when I was, my channel was up and running, nobody was getting any notifications. Now I got my second channel up and running, which I'm going to try and work on now when I get some time. People are sending me emails saying that they're getting unsubbed from that. It's just, wow, uphill.
Yeah, so what I'm showing now is I'm showing the audience the your channel, and the name of the channel now is something called Quan Van Trurong or something. The main thing that strikes me at the minute is that you were almost at 30,000 subscribers, and it's close to 21,000 now. So
yeah, lost 8,000 subscribers in 2 days.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And I'm showing the amount of content that these guys are putting out. So we have a 2-hour cartoon there, or whatever it is, and 45 minutes, 44 minutes, an hour and a half. And these are like every 5 minutes they're going up. 4 minutes ago, 10 minutes, 16, 21. Yeah. And you can scroll through this and you can just see how much content they're actually putting up. The thing is that your content is still on there. They still have your original content. So I don't know what the game is, what they're actually planning to do here, or the reasons for why they're doing this. But it seems to me, I mean, have you had no sort of blackmail kind of messages or something?
Well, I'll say something now. I've had a couple of anomalous sort of emails. Somebody suggesting, or like literally telling me that this is a financial thing. What this person suggested was it being stolen from hackers and then sold on a site called Epic NCP, where sites apparently of up to 30,000 subscribers are worth anything up to $10,000. Apparently these student-y type Chinese people or whoever pick these things up and just eke off of the existing, because my subscriptions are real fucking subscriptions, you see, Ranty, which is apparently a rarity for that many. So they're worth something, there's a value to them. So this is what this mail was suggesting, and then suggesting, I think now what's going to happen is a ransom for your channel data. So I'm not sure if it was sort of tip off or a warning or what have you. I couldn't really gauge it. But what I can't work out, Ranty, and I'm good with detective work, is apart from to destabilise me or an attempt to, or phase me in some way ahead of the convention, which hasn't happened, what is motive? What is motive? Because is it just to rattle me? I'm going to have to do a lot more than that to rattle me. It's just not going to happen. I'll just set up and keep on going. There's 1,000. I could just set up a channel every single day of the week. Think of it. It's just, what have I done? It's just lost everything. Well, it's just whatever. I'll just carry on. It's a lot of work, obviously, but I still got a lot back there. There's still a lot of my data out there, so I could get my other channel back up. It's not beginning and end. I'm not bothered.
Well, honestly. The problem is it needs to be fought. It's as simple as that. I mean, you made a fundamental error when you got the email and you responded to that, but it was a phishing email basically, and you were a victim in that. So as a victim, you'd think that YouTube would have some kind of policies in place that they would be able to return your channel to you really quickly. I mean, was there no
I've had email response from some guy who's called Mark in YouTube team. I presume it is YouTube team. I give him the link to this bogus channel, apparently can't find it. And that was 2 days ago, and he said he'd look into it. It was last I heard.
Right. Well, I'm scrolling down now. This is ridiculous. This isn't even within 24 hours. All the videos that I'm showing now are within the last 24 hours.
Now, you upload videos, Ranty. This is a massive concerted effort. How can you even get that download going? How many minutes are there in the day to do uploading and get this out, Ranty? It's just not making sense. How many videos is that? It's dozens.
hundreds.
Hundreds in what, a day or so?
Yeah.
Is that even possible?
It,
How?
I don't know how they can upload a 2-hour video, because uploading a 2-hour video normally takes, I would say, probably close to 15 minutes or so. But these are pumping these videos out every 5 minutes, so it must be computerized. It has to be some kind of computerized system that they're doing. I mean, I've still not even got to 24 hours yet.
Oh my god.
You know, and I'm still scrolling through. This is just after 19 hours, and I know they've been doing this for about 2.5 days now.
Yeah.
So this is just giving the audience some idea as to just the amount of content that the crap that they've put on your channel, and people don't want to see this, and that's why they're unsubscribing, because
I don't blame them.
Yeah, I mean, I had to as well, because I was just getting notifications all the time, and it was like, I'll resub if you get your channel back.